Hello folks, Fat Guy Flies RC here, out here at the Avon Park Field. We're going to take up the HobbyKing, well, HobbyKing brand, but we're going to take up the Tundra here, made by Durafly, which is a HobbyKing brand. They're the distributor. So, right aileron, left aileron, up elevator, down elevator, right rudder, left rudder, and we got flaps. All right, something else we got that's kind of cool. That's right, we got braking. All right, let's get back out here on the runway. Already done my range test. A little windy today, so gotta try to keep her. My only problem with about the way the wind is today, it's out of the northeast.
Time remaining 6 minutes.
And so that means my approach on landing, I almost have to look at the sun, and that's never a good thing. Now, if you notice, she's kind of rocketing around. Well, with that wind out of the northeast, it's about 10 mile an hour maybe. And so she don't have any kind of a gyro or stabilization or anything in her. So she's gonna get bumped around. She's not gonna self-compensate. And see, that's the reason for AS3, there's a knife edge. That's the reason for the AS3X and the Spectrum receivers, is compensates against the wind. Like you see, she kind of moving around a lot. She would have a more locked in, more steady of a flight if she had AS3X. And that's the whole point. The AS3X buffers against the external sources. You know, basically whenever that plane senses that you just pushed me right, that wasn't you, that was the wind that did that. And so therefore I need to compensate with rudder and aileron or whatever I need to compensate with to keep me going in the direction you first started. And that's all it is. It's just wind compensation. It has nothing to do with your abilities as a pilot, how good of a pilot you are. All it does is just make the plane fly a little bit like a bigger, heavier plane, where the wind doesn't have as much influence. And that's all it really is. It's just negating some of that wind's influence on you. Now I got my flaps down because I want to try to do a little bit of slow flying into the wind there, just to kind of show you what you can do with wind. This is where wind can be your friend, and you can have fun with wind. That's why I'm out here today. But you got to be plane specific. Now, if that's what you're wanting to do. Now, everybody needs to know how to fly in wind and how to compensate for it, because you can't see wind. It's sometimes sudden gust, and you're in a real touchy warbird or something. It's got to come in a certain way. Well, you need to know how to handle that with wind, and so that's that. But what I'm doing today, I specifically knew it was going to be a little windy, and I specifically knew that I was going to have planes that weren't going to do well down the runway because of the cross breeze. So for that reason, I picked high wing, terrain friendly planes like the Tundra. And which I'll tell you what, this is one fun little plane. It really, really is. Let's see if we can't land on the runway. I know what I just said. But let's just see if I can't land on the runway with the cross breeze and see if I can't keep her straight. And I know I'm standing on the runway. Well, touch and go. This is one fun plane to fly. I really am impressed with this HobbyKing Tundra, or this Durafly Tundra. We'll touch and go there.
Time remaining 2 minutes.
Now the plane is all stock, you know, so I don't have any kind of a hop up in her. It's just the way the plane came, stock prop, stock everything. So there's a slow knife edge. Of course the wind is helping with that. Sorry about the sun, folks. Like a butterfly with sore feet. Of course, it helps when you're going into the wind. And think about taking off in a plane, landing with a plane, is you want to take off into the wind and land into the wind. See if we can't drive her on our wheels today without letting the wheels, without letting the tail touch. Well, hold on. I know I always say it's a good looking plane, but I tell you what, that red, white, and blue on this plane really does look good, and it really pops. As they say in the fashion world, it pops. So, but yeah, the plane doesn't have any kind of gyro or stabilization of any type. Yeah, that's what I was wanting to do. Run on the wheels for just a second. Just so you know, sorry about the sun. I got to get up over the sun. Don't look at the sun. If you're having a problem like that and you realize that you're going to cross into the sun like that, oh, I guess I got to stop playing now. Then don't look, obviously don't look directly at the sun. Well, there you go. Always look off to one side or the other with the sun. Did you have fun? You had fun. All right. Well, folks, that is the Durafly Tundra. And we got, like, it's a full house as far as it doesn't have LEDs, but it doesn't have retracts, but it's got flaps, full control, and it has braking. And oh, you know what? I told you that it's all stock. Hold on.
Motor on.
Motor off. I did do one mod. I just take it for granted. I forgot about it. And that is very simply these wheels. These wheels are the Tundra wheels off of a timber, okay? And what I did was I cut the hub off the inside of the stock wheel to use as a spacer there on both sides. That way these Tundra wheels would fit. And I put regular locking collars in to keep these wheels from coming off. If you watch my previous videos on this plane, one of the stock hubs was bad and came undone and just went rolling off. Lost a wheel, and then I put those collars, or different kinds of collars, on there, anchored them down with too much Loctite, and then the whole thing seized up on both sides. So I had to take everything apart, make the shaft nice and smooth, and install these. And I messed up one of the stock tires doing that, and put on these timber tires, and now they're fine. They're not going anywhere, and I didn't use any Loctite. What I did was, when I put the wheel collar on, I used a file and flattened one part of the axle to where this grub screw would grab into it. So, all right, folks, well, there you go. That's the Tundra. Y'all have a good one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that thumbs up for me, please. And this is Fat Guy Flies RC saying, see you later.